Hello and welcome back to the Caesar stream. We're going to be going into this race with Vadim and Anik. And just a fun fact about this pairing, when Vadim submitted to this tournament, he was actually the number 5th seed for the whole tournament. And if he was to have submitted just a few days ago, he would now be the number 1 seeding. So yeah, that changed extremely quickly. Anyway, I'm joined again by Dre Minus.
It's me. Hello. I'm still here.
And it looks like we're ready to go in. I think we're just doing some final checks, make sure the timers are working and stuff. We've got this really interesting load removal timer that we're using. And yeah, I'm gonna say, I know Anik personally, he's one of my boys, and I don't know how well he's been doing recently, so it's going to be nice to see it confirmed live on Caesar.
We get the crunchy music. Let's go. You love to see it. Sonic running in slow motion.
Yeah, we're running on this
Slow-mo
version
guy.
of an emulator which is capped at 30 hertz, so menus are a bit crunchy, but the game runs perfectly fine, and the input delay is almost none, so it's pretty decent. And it looks like we're off.
I almost feel like I have to talk slower when they're in the menus. Like
Your brain's running at 30 FPS,
the
yeah.
runners are beginning their run now.
Alright, so we're right into Chaos Zero, and one of the first things you're going to notice about this category, so the CX stands for Cutscene Cut, and that has some funny properties. We have to replay some stages throughout the run because of it, and Chaos Zero is one of those. So a lot of runners opt to call this guy Jimmy, or James, as that's been catching on recently.
Yep.
But yeah, we get to do this boss twice. It's the same boss, there's no difference. Anik got really unlucky. If you jump over to this lamppost on the other side, he's supposed to jump straight down, but he was just barely in the wrong position, so it didn't quite work for him. And Venom takes a very, very early lead into Emerald Coast.
Yep. If I may, I do have a little bit of info on the cutscene cut cheat code. So basically, I think Beeps Highway, I'm pretty sure, made up which is like probably one of the bigger like Sonic Adventure content creators, made the code, and it's basically a cheat code that will set Sonic's position to something far below the map during a cutscene if you press the start button, causing Sonic to instantly lose a life, but the lives are refilled to 4 afterwards. So if you die during a cutscene, the cutscene will just act like it's been played. I think that's how that works. The reason why Chaos Zero is fought twice is because the cutscene occurs within the boss arena. So you'll see similar things in Red Mountain, where you have to play the end of Red Mountain again because the cutscene there occurs in Act 2. I believe it happens again at the end of Lost World as well.
Yes.
For the same reason. It is pretty interesting to see like the differences that this code makes, because some of them kind of get reflected in the Dreamcast speedrun using like more, I guess, cutscene skips where you hit a death trigger as you go into a cutscene trigger. But for the most part, it's not recreatable in an RTA setting to skip all these cutscenes.
Yeah, a lot of them are skipped. Like, there's one coming up for Egg Hornet, and I believe that one is skipped in the actual Dreamcast run. But yeah, it makes the Dreamcast pretty interesting to watch, to know that like some of this is actually possible, like just as you see it here, but with just a little bit of a setup.
Yep.
Also, I wanted to say, Anik, surprisingly to me, I know he said he's been practicing a lot, but he took an early lead out of Emerald Coast. That's really good to see.
Yeah. So far,
Yeah,
so good.
because of that deafing that we were talking about, it reloads you at the last checkpoint when it's in stages. So when we come to Red Mountain, you're going to see the runners opting to take the last checkpoint, even if it is slower, because, yeah, you don't want to be doing the whole of Act 2 in Red Mountain again. It's a trick of a stage.
Fun fact: Witherman's old world record did not grab the checkpoint. I think it might have been Wither's first run of it, and yeah, that it was unfortunate moment. And I didn't even. Whenever I watched the run and tried to like learn it, like I used that run to learn the run. I was like, "What the hell happened?" But it all makes sense knowing how the cutscenes work, I guess. Basically, all the like most of the cutscenes I've saved the CGI cutscenes are rendered in engine and are basically built up to like basically like you just run through a bunch of animations, a bunch of voice lines. It does all the calls in real time in the engine, which is it's interesting because later Sonic games would not do like they wouldn't have or they would rely more on CGI cutscenes. Like you've seen, like in Sonic 06, the CGI cutscenes look so good, and then like you get into the actual game and it doesn't look like that, and it makes you feel sad as soon as you start.
Vadim just missing the trampoline skip. You can do a little homing attack there to get onto that bridge, but just missed it twice in a row. Oh yeah, and opting to just take the trampoline instead. I'm not sure if Anik hit it or not, but Anik's getting ahead here.
Yeah.
And here we're going for a big skip. We can actually skew the gravity in a really interesting way that lets us sort of float into like a sort of angle towards the end of the stage. The first thing we have to do is, well, not jump off the edge like Anik just did. More like what Vadim's doing here, going around some death planes, and it looks like Vadim just got it. Very, very nice. That's so unfortunate for Anik, because that looked like a solid lead. Oh, I don't know about the angle. I think Anik might not be holding steep enough of an upright position on the stick, but yeah, look at Vadim. Made it look easy. Here we go. Trying again, come on.
That's good enough. I think that's the trigger to the skip, but you have to weave through 2 kill planes. It looks like Nick
Oh, that looks
has
like
gotten
he got
through
it.
okay.
Finally got It's a lot easier than it looks. You know, trying to get, because you have to keep the gravity the whole way through. You've got to avoid some pretty large kill planes, you know, but once you start getting it in runs, it should be easy enough to replicate. I think that's definitely a sort of barrier for like newer runners, though, definitely to both CX and DX, because it's the same skip.
Yep.
Oh, and here's one of those instances where we replay part of the stage. Vadim just got the light shoes, but you have to replay the entrance because of where the cutscene takes place. But it still is faster to skip that cutscene than just watch it through. Okay, and we've been given legal permission by Caesar to swear on stream, so we can say the name of this skip. But this is fuck the button. Say it with me now. I'm joking.
Fuck that button. And
Oh,
they
he gets
say
it first
fuck the
try.
button because they're not using it. No one finds it useful. The
Yeah, there's
button
a
cannot defend themselves in front of the court of the SACX Council or the Sonic Adventure Council. The button is banished from these parts.
yeah. So if you're wondering what button we're talking about, because we don't actually really see it, there's a button there to activate a trail of rings, and because we just picked up the Lightspeed Shoe upgrade, you're supposed to charge a spin there and get up to it, but Yeah, you can completely just bypass that by just holding a sort of left position in front of that door. It's pretty cool. But if you do it wrong, you actually can clip out and die, which I had happen to me in a practice run, which was very interesting. And here we go. Annick's going to do the casino now. Let's hope that they get it nice. I forgot to say in this stage that we're trying to get a position so that we can land right behind the emerald in this stage, because there's a massive push wall all around it, and if you hit that, it will just really just launch you out of the arena. So you have to approach it really, really specifically. And it's getting some bad luck with the jumps, and Vadim just going into ice cap.
Yep. I've never heard of too many instances where a game has been patched backwards. If they just left the push wall, I mean, it wouldn't be fun for speedrunners, but it would certainly be the glitchless version that casual players so desire of SACX or
Yeah,
Sonic Adventure in general.
yeah,
But
because in the
when they made
PC version, we
SACX,
have a much easier clip there because there's no push walls.
yep. Like with the original Sonic Adventure to Sonic Adventure DX, it was like a patch, but it went backwards. Um, in a lot of ways in terms of stability and stuff like that.
And Vadim just got what I believe the community calls Giga Chad clip, just spinning into that wall there to clip out of bounds. It saves a lot of time, even after even after like that much time setting it up, because the snowboard is just so slow.
I think Teth has used the air horn to signify the Giga Chad clip. Maybe. Or perhaps it was an accident. I don't know if anyone caught the air horn. I just the added stimuli on the stream really
He just
enticed
wanted to
me.
scare the hell out of the commentators. That's
Yeah.
like, stop talking now. Appreciate the Giga Chad. You'll notice in these levels, by the way, that all the levels that don't have a capsule at the end are all adding 10 seconds to the timer. That used to be a big, like, sort of moot point with the ILs of this game, but the game's recently sort of just said, like, you know what, we can just run without the 10 seconds time being a factor, which is really nice, because if you ever do IL this game, hitting capsules is really hard.
Yep. And it's hitting the capsule like once you're up to full speed is awful to do. And the glitch so there is a glitch, and I think it works on the Dreamcast version as well. If you soft reset as you get the emblem, you can go back into the stage. Basically, the story flags don't update, but the level complete does. So you re-enter the stage, and it'll be in level B, and then you can go through the stage, and it won't add 10 seconds at the end with the emerald. And
I'm
that
getting
glitch
really
is
nervous
fairly
for Anik
trivial to
right now.
perform, so
he got it.
understandable for the speedrunning community to not really care too much about that as a rule, like having the extra 10 seconds. It's just a completely trivial glitch to perform.
Yeah, I mean, we basically proved that we can save the 10 seconds there, so we just sort of we're like, yeah, it's fine to just skip it, which is fair enough. Because doing the glitch is just so time consuming, honestly. And I think you only get one attempt per save to do that. And then it reverts back to a capsule or something. I'm not entirely sure on that.
If you reset again, then it won't do it, I don't think. As far as I know. I also don't know. There's also like a 256 level complete glitch. I'm not sure if that causes the emerald to reappear. I'm not sure if it's story flags, or I'm guessing it's story flags that does it. But it could be story flags, or it could be like level complete amount. I'm not sure.
And Vadim just got what we would call the ideal chaos for you can get some really bad RNG there that messes you up. And you'll notice that Vadum's not skipping this cutscene, and that's because this is a pre-rendered cutscene, and we can't skip these. Normally, Dreamcast runners would sort of reset the hardware and go back to the menu and reload in, and it would skip this. But because we're on emulator, this version of the emulator, sorry, we can't skip it because it would be slower. And here
We're
we are
about
going
to
into
see
Sky
the
Chase
beautiful
1.
level. Sky Chase 1.
This is
Will Vadim
upright
play
the
it?
level. There we
Nope,
go.
going to the upright. Sad.
World
Can't
record
believe-
strats right there.
Yep. This is the optimal way to play this stage. It saves 0.0 seconds over playing it any other way. So, yeah, that's that. Fun fact about Sky
this is the
Chase
3-minute
Act
break
2.
in the run.
Yes, it is certainly a break in the run. Fun fact about Sky Chase Act 2. If you just wait at the end long enough, Eggman will unalive himself. He will just say, "All right, it's done. I'm just going to lower my health until it is gone myself." If you wait around for like 5 minutes.
My god. Who did that to find out?
Somebody left the game on, I guess.
Also, speaking of not ideal Chaos 4s, I think Anik got some of the bad RNG there, which is why you can see Vadim ended with like a 135 and Anik just there with a 148, unfortunate, but not much you can really do about the RNG for that fight, which is a shame to see.
Yep, you can in fact manipulate that boss, but all the manipulation you try is cope. It's RNG.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard runners say that if you complement Chaos 4, then that's it, that'll work, but yeah, it's all cope strats. Not much you can do there. There is a small, I mean, you can do a little bit. You don't want to stand too close to Chaos 4 because doing that will cause him to do a slower attack, but apart from that, yeah.
Yep, the Stretch Armstrong attack.
Yeah, it's not as bad as what we call the blue balls attack, but it still loses quite a bit of time, so ideally he'll just not do any of those. But yeah, this is still quite, this is still quite close, all things considering, Anik's definitely doing better than he gave himself credit in DMs to me just before this race started. Practicing the ice cap definitely paid off because it looked like he got that pretty flawlessly with a nice ice cap time.
Yeah, no setup either. Like not doing like the ear setup or whatever. So yeah, that was very good.
And here we are. Vadim's going to be going through some cutscenes here. Oh, going for the upgrade first. Okay, so this lets you charge the light speed attack faster, which is useful for like 2 instances on the run, I believe.
Yeah, if you don't do Captain's Quarters clip, it is useful for Chaos 6 as well as getting up to the top of the egg carrier, like where the chair is.
Yeah, and also that monkey thing in Red Mountain.
Oh yes, true. Yep.
Yeah, it's nice to half the time for that attack, and you'll see what we mean by Chaos 6 in a moment. But here we're going to see if Vadim's going to go for the TPSS, as it's called, Twinkle Park Skip, because speedrunners just should not name things.
That's a lot of rings.
Yeah, I'm unsure about this one. This...
what is this variant? That's a cool variation.
Oh, yes!
Oh my god, that was so cool. That was so cool.
Damn,
wow.
That was insane.
That was awesome.
Oh,
That's
man.
such a cool variant of that.
Yeah, I want to do this now.
Is that faster than DX?
Well,
No,
Oh,
it
I don't
wouldn't
think it's
be.
faster than DX, no, but it is really fast, and it's a lot faster than what we do there, because normally we land sort of inside a wall and we have to turn around. But yeah, Vadim just, facing the track, that was insane.
That
Oh, and
was
a
so cool.
1 minute. Damn. And yeah, the reason why that skip is possible is just no planes there, unlike the PC port, which I don't get. I thought it was a direct copy, but I guess
Yeah.
they added some things.
Some history
Oh,
on the Dreamcast Twinkle Park. Well, okay, so back to the old boomer website, Sonic Center. I have so much lore. Sorry, if I may do this, I want to talk about it. So Twinkle Park, it was found pretty quickly that you could skip the track, but only on the Dreamcast version. That's what, or at least that's what it was thought like for a long time. So people would like play the Dreamcast version
oh, Vadim.
and do that skip and go all the way to the end and probably get like a minute time or whatever. And then they uh and then somebody decided to find a time stop glitch, which is a glitch that if you hit the monitor with with speed and take the monitor out of your render distance, then the time will just stop because game is good at being game. So
Hmm.
people will just go. Then people just started buying the Dreamcast version for the time stop instead of the other glitch, and it became a mashing the buttons, funny speed run in order to get good time. For some reason, the time stop glitch has not been banned to this day. Um,
Crazy.
and I have taken advantage of this. I have the world record because there's
Damn.
yet
Let's
another
go.
quirk. There's yet another quirk that is only with the Japanese 1.0 version, and that is if you go into trial mode, start the stage, you can start to move Sonic during the fade in. So theoretically, you could get a 0.01 or
Oh no,
whatever.
Anik! No! Fell off the roof after doing roller coaster skip. Oh no. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the roller coaster
tragic.
skip, that can happen. It feels weird on the Dreamcast version. I'm guessing it's the physics differences.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can just kind of fall off.
It feels like you kind of just barely make it in this version. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's not the only stage where that glitch is the case, because I remember Casinopolis, I believe, has that time stop glitch as well. Just anywhere where there's a sort of information box, you can do
Yeah,
it. I think that might be the only two.
yeah, it would be. It's only really relevant in Casinopolis and Twinkle Park, but there are hint monitors in Skydeck, as I mentioned last run as well. There are hint monitors there, but I don't think anyone has found it. Maybe someone has found it in a TAS environment. I'm not sure, but it seems to be pretty difficult because the camera will change um, when you hit the monitor, and you have to account for that.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely interesting. And I think it is Dreamcast exclusive, right?
Yep, time stop is only on the Dreamcast, but it's also not allowed for IO leaderboards on the current boards because it would literally just be a frame war and
Mm-hmm.
mashing.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's not really exciting. Oh,
yeah,
Anik just barely missing the speed highway jump there. So something we've not talked about is that jump that Anik just failed was something called a spin hover, which is you get these things called hover frames when you jump, and depending on how high you jump, depends on how many hover frames you get, right? So you can, it almost kind of looks like you're floating when you do this spin hover, and it makes you just able to traverse much larger distances. I see
Yeah.
Anik got it the second time, and Vadum's doing this really interesting safe strat here to get to the end of Act 1 in Red Mountain. Very nice movement,
So
it
far,
looks
so
like.
good. I gotta try out some of these safe strats, to be honest. With the tournament coming up, there's some parts where I just don't want to die.
Hmm. Yeah, I did a run earlier today in Red Mountain. Yeah, yes, it's one of those tricky ones because if Vadum decided not to be safe here, you have to do this jump where your camera sort of switches on you, and it's a bit rough. So definitely worth playing it safe there. Although Vadum, I will say, played it very safe because there's a bit of an easier strat than a bit of a faster strat. I mean, than what they did, but it worked out. And there you see what we were talking about earlier in the run. We had to do the end of Red Mountain twice, but there we go. Loading into Sky Chase Act 2 now, where hopefully he's not going to wait 5 minutes for Eggman to unalive himself.
Yeah. You can also, if you get really, really bad RNG, you can die on Sky Chase Act 2.
Yeah,
It's
even in
rare.
this upright position, yeah.
It's rare, but it can happen. It has happened to me before. You can see the SRL race results. I lost a race due to dying.
Yeah, tragic time loss here. It's like 3.5 minutes or something on this one. The first auto scroll is a little bit faster than that. Although, unlike the first auto scroller, we do actually have to play the end of the stage.
Yep.
And Rhythm in chat is asking if the Eggman dying after a certain time is Dreamcast exclusive.
I assume no. I mean, you could always try. Because
Yeah,
all
who
you
has
got
a
to do
spare
is
5
just
minutes?
go to upright and wait for a really long time. Wait for 10 minutes instead of like nearly 5. But I haven't tried. I haven't tried it. I just read it on like the cutting room floor, in like the oddities section.
That's interesting, yeah. Alright, here we go. Annex coming into Red Mountain. It'll be interesting to see what strats he goes for. There is a harder strat you can do at the start here that people aren't going for, which people are calling Rockfall. And basically, there's like a spin hover you can do right at the start that takes you all the way where Anik just about landed. And yes, it's a really, really fast start, but you have to be perfect on Dreamcast with your hover frames for that one. On the DX version of the game, it's a lot easier. And here we
Yeah,
are playing it really safe.
still pretty hard on DX.
Oh, here we go. And it's going for the hardest strat. Oh, yeah, there's the camera change. Brutal.
Hit the
That is a
wall.
brutal camera change. Yeah, I find it really hard to get the height there usually. Anik got the height, but it sort of fell into that wall, which is a shame. Going for it again, this will be exciting. Oh, or not. Yeah, it'd be like that. Spin jumps.
Yeah, I'm seeing like this right now, and I know that this could happen to me. I definitely got to learn the safer strat.
Yeah, a
This
lot of runners
area.
will take the rocket just next to where Anik is, and there's a platform above the rocks he's trying to land on, and they'll spin jump from there. And that's a lot easier. But there you go. That's what it looks like. Well done, Anik, going for it, honestly. That's exactly what it looked like in my race earlier, to be honest. And here we go, Vedum just quickly destroying the egg carrier, making short work of that. And yeah, we never spoke about this, but you can sort of wait for that platform to tip up and get a spin jump, but unfortunately didn't work out for Anik just there.
Yeah, this section is normally played in free camera, as far as I know, on the DX version, and it makes it almost like just so much easier. Some of the cameras you can get in this section are awful. Like if you go too far to the right at the beginning of Act 2, the camera will just go outside of the stage, and it won't come back and say hi. That's it. It's
Oof.
like, yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, that's a thing we don't really get to talk about in this game because, you know, you don't get the choice of cameras in this game. You just get the one camera, which is why people are actually playing on the Japanese version, by the way, because it most accurately, I suppose, or most, to its best as it could, I guess, mimics the free camera. I mean, it's obviously auto cam, but you have to make do with what you have. The American camera is apparently so much worse than this, so this is just the best for the speedrun.
Interesting. From the chat, we have pronunciation for Vodum, S3C. So
Oh.
am I doing it correctly, Vodum, instead of like Vatum, is what I normally say as Canadian fucking me? There's
Yeah,
some
we just sort of
fucked up
went
words.
phonetically, you know? And Vidum going for the sort of safe strats here. You can jump on this part of the stage earlier. There's a solid nut-shaped bolt that you can spin jump from, but didn't want to go for that, which is honestly fair enough. That jump is awful. And here we go, we'll see how the rest of this stage turns out. You can get a very early shot here where you just instantly transition into Act 3, but didn't seem to get that, unfortunately. Now, if you do this part right, you can do a spin jump. Oh, never mind. But yeah, you can sort of do a spin jump during the transition, and that'll carry on into Act 3, but didn't get that. But yeah, you can get a spin jump and land in this upper section where he just spin jumped from.
The jump gone. Shoutouts to level geometry.
Yeah, the spin jumps in this section are a lot different than you would expect because slopes and the physics just work way different, but makes that really hard because you can do a spin jump straight onto this capsule here. Although you do risk a soft lock, actually. Which is pretty terrifying. The stage won't end while Sonic's in the air. And you can fall in a way where Sonic is infinitely falling.
Yeah,
Very
the
sad thing to
soft
have
lock
happen.
is no fun. It's a run killer.
Yeah, not even like a restart checkpoint. You can't press anything there. You have to reset the game. And these little mini boss fights that you do, by the way. Oh, he's talking to Gamma. Just wants to hear what he has to say about the speedrun. In these like mini boss fights, you have like an infinite homing attack range, which is pretty interesting, but we've not really seen it shown off today. Right, in this section, Verdum's doing, he's going to be trying to hit this button on the chair with these particles and gets it instantly. Very, very nice. And now we're going to see the true benefit of the crystal ring coming up for this boss fight that we're going to go into. This is Chaos with 6 emeralds. But don't let the name fool you. He's a lot easier than all of the other Chaoses.
And Jimmy.
And Jimmy. Jimmy and Chaos Zero make an unbreakable bond that Chaos 6 could never beat. But yeah, here you're going to see Voodoo's going to charge this spin. And yeah, let go, light speed attack. That's the upgrade we picked up just before Red Mountain. And that does 2 hits of damage to Chaos 6. And I'm not entirely sure if that was intentional or not. I feel like it was intentional for maybe Knuckles' attack when he does that for Chaos 6, but I don't know if it was intentional for Sonic. Either way, makes that fight really quick. And here we are, we get to do a bunch of platforming here on top of the trees, or this way. It's not too bad though, straight into the stage.
Yeah, we got Lost World happening. Let's see how the flame tunnel goes.
Oh, very nice
What is up with
RNG,
the
actually.
what?
I
I've
wish
never
my flame
seen.
tunnels looked like that.
What? What? I've never seen like 0 flames come out. That's crazy.
Yeah, you could not ask for better luck there. That tunnel is actually RNG, so yeah, not being slowed down there by a bunch of flames coming out is just insane. And here, Vadim is going for this. Oh, spin jump into the bottom corner. Unfortunately, not getting it. It's very tight. It's a small section off the wall, but yeah, got it eventually. Unfortunately, it looks like Anik is in
Oh, the
Sky
mirror
Deck.
room death. That's sad.
We never said it before, by the way, but the camera that you get for Skydeck in this game is pretty brutal, I'm not gonna lie.
That sucks.
It's very uncooperative. It wants to point you to places where you don't want to go. Like, and Vadim gets through this, gets through that section really, really easily, which is good to see because, well, after one death, of course, but Mirror Room claims the lives of so many runners.
And Nick's game is so dark right now. Does the lighting change when you hit a certain trigger or something?
I'm not sure. I know the stage does change to night at some points, but it doesn't look like it did that. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there's all these.
Yeah, that's skip we were talking about earlier. That's what Anik went for, and you can see that it's kinda ballsy to go for.
Yeah, there's just all the camera's not cooperative in this level at all.
Oh, Vadim's taking it really safe here.
That's okay. There can be shenanigans if there's a lack of safety at times.
Oh, Anik missing the cannon. Damn. That's unfortunate. Oh, Anik does a jump into the third section, but doesn't get into the right area, unfortunate. And here we are, Vadim's going to the very end of the run. Only has one stage left. I'm not sure if they go for early capsule. I imagine so.
Yeah, Vadim has been trying it, at least in the runs that I know of. But it can be finicky. I think that is the puzzle. That is the solution. And now we will enter the final egg.
Oh, definitely going for it. Okay, we're going to see the capsule that was left over from development and gets it first try.
First try, 10 on the dot. That is such a good time. This is such a good time. This is going to be a 37, like, or maybe like a 38. Like, this is so good. That is that the first try? Like, is that the first time a first try final egg has happened this tournament?
Yeah, I think Tethys might have been the only one before this. Oh no, wait, hold on. In the last run, Anthony got it first try. That's right. That was insane. Yeah, well done, Vadim, with such a good pace. Wow, this is going to possibly be a PB. Just don't choke this boss. Unfortunately, in speedruns, a lot of final bosses are quite easy, but this boss has... Oh, don't scare me like that. I was going to say, this boss has the pleasure of being extremely difficult.
Yeah, even for a casual player, this boss is pretty... It can trip people up. And on Dreamcast, it is so hard. Like, I feel like you can't hit Egg Viper head on like you can in DX very easily. It just feels wrong. And that sense of terror that comes with Egg Viper, like the first time I played it, as a kid. It's there on Dreamcast. Maybe it's the low lighting. I don't know, but it is there.
It's just the fact that you're oh my god, over a death plane the whole time. Yeah, you can sometimes hit Egg Viper here in a way that you fly back, but you don't quite make the platform. It's really sad.
Yeah, I have lost control of Sonic during Egg Viper, or like, you hit Eggman and you can lose control just completely. It's not fun.
Vadim is going for really safe strats for these last few hits, which is very understandable, especially with his pace. Here we come with the final hit, but the boss obviously doesn't end with this final hit. He does one more desperation attack, where Vadim's going to have to move so that Eggman doesn't blow up the platform that he stood on. But wow, look at that time! That's insane!
That's a very good time. I don't know if that's a PB.
Oh yeah, that's a PB. Right before
is.
this, he hit a 39.00 something.
Wow, what a great time. That might be one of the best times we see this tournament.
Yeah, that was insane. Big GG to Vadim there. And here we go. Annex just trying to get Lost World done, finishing Act 1. Going for the pause buffer. Try and resets! No, he doesn't even reset. He exits the stage! No!
This is why I do the jump. The pausing in Dreamcast is no fun. Like, Sonic Adventure DX, you can pause buffer all day, but in Dreamcast, it doesn't feel right. It feels wrong.
Yeah, the pauses are so much slower, and like if you reset and stuff, there's like a big sort of delay between it sort of fading out, whereas DX is instant, and I think we forget that sometimes when trying these kind of strats. I definitely go for the jump myself. I think it's a lot more consistent here, but oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, the jump is so much more fun in auto cam situations. Like if you're not looking to change your camera on like a GameCube version, or if you're on Dreamcast.
Here we go again. Is he going to go for the pause? Oh, he's going for the pause strat again. Okay, this is a bit weird because we're trying to basically like lag, I guess, or something for the wall. It's a bit of a weird strat, and it seems to not work as well on Dreamcast for whatever reason.
Probably physics or frame rate or something weird like that.
Yeah.
It can work.
Oh,
it's
no.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate, damn. Definitely just go for the jump, Anik. Come on now. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, this looks like nothing, but even this skip, where we go on this head and then jump on the snake like this, it skips so much. Like, originally you're supposed to go around this whole room pushing all those little lit up buttons, and oh, what's happening here, Anik? Oh no. He was deciding what he should do there, but Anik could still finish with a really good pace, which is insane for him because his PB is something like a 1:16.
Yeah,
and
it's an hour 16.
Yeah, and he's definitely playing better than that. Definitely. He was,
Oh, yeah.
you know, not that far away from Vadim. And look at the time Vadim got. He was insane. Impossible to catch. But even then, well done, Anik, for keeping that pace for so long.
Gotta go for the jump. Trust the jump.
Yeah, because with the jump, you're trying to sort of turn the camera into the sort of bottom left of that door, and there's a little bit of like a collision missing or something, and you just go straight through. It seems a lot more consistent than this. This is the DX brain, you know, monkey mode activated. I think with let's just go for the DX strat. But yeah,
Dreamcast does not take any prisoners.
yeah, I think I honestly think if you're a DX runner and you're watching this tournament, also well done, Anik. Let's go. Yeah, if you're a DX runner and you're watching this tournament, I honestly recommend being humbled by this category because you'll quickly realize that this game is not Sonic Adventure DX. Not even close, and it's a very interesting feeling. Anik's going for this very interesting series of jumps, and it works out for him, which is really nice. What a lot of runners have been doing is trying to go for a series of jumps which glitches the lighting in that room, so it's not like pitch black, but didn't even need it. Built different. And here we've got this boulder. Never spoke about this before, but this has like a kind of rubber banding, and by doing what Anik's doing, not really spinning, not really getting too far ahead, we stay at a safe distance so that it doesn't absolutely own us. It's really annoying, especially when you're PB pace and you lose a run there. Happens a lot. But here we go. Coming up to the last few jumps of Lost World.
Shout out to that Leon.
Nope. Unfortunate. Go for it again. Yeah, trying to jump because there's some spikes there that they put so that like sort of, you know, when you first play, you don't just skip the section, but we just do it anyway.
There's a very small wall there. I would just go for the spin. Yeah, this thing.
Yeah, that's what Vadim went for. I mean, if he can get a 38 with that strat, you know, it's probably fine to go for. And here we go. Have to redo the end here. And yeah, we're going to be going into final egg real soon.
It is almost time for the final egg.
Now, I'm not sure. When Anik was messaging me earlier, it sounded like he said he didn't go for the capsule jump, so we might get to see some interesting strats here.
Yeah, we'll be likely if there's no capsule jump coming, then we're likely looking at, you know, a similar clip that we've seen earlier today, where he kind of just clipped through the floor a little bit. And then Act 3 is like as if you were playing with like fog turned on, or if you're playing on a GameCube or something like that. Same strat.
Or in this case, it's like you're playing on a Dreamcast. Haha.
Yeah.
Remember, Dreamcast tournament. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people will be used to the GameCube because, you know, in my experience, I don't know many people with a Dreamcast. Myself,
Yeah.
I grew up with a GameCube version of this game, and I think a lot of others did too.
Yeah,
just jump,
I can't say I knew anybody as a kid that had a Dreamcast, and nor did I ever see it in stores.
Alright, so Anik's setting up this clip where we can just hold forward and spin out, but you have to be exactly in the right position, and it's really stubborn. Oh, yep.
It is a little stubborn, yeah.
And then you want to exactly miss... Oh no, he's going to hit a kill plane.
Get the checkpoint, get
Oh.
the checkpoint. Oh, got hit.
Damn,
You can't
yeah,
actually
I
still
feel
hit
like...
the checkpoint.
But if you go forward and then just turn around, then you just don't hit that kill plane.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he doesn't know?
Fun fact about... I'm not sure if this is the... Oh, nope, I think you're okay now. Oh,
Yeah.
get the checkpoint, get the checkpoint. Oh. So, fun fact about the... I'm not sure if this is a Japanese Dreamcast version only thing, or if this is like a... like all Dreamcast versions thing. But if you press the restart button as you were entering the next act, the time, or even I guess a checkpoint, this would also be relevant. the timer will stop, and you can enter the next act with a lower time than usual, or you can enter with a get the checkpoint. Or you
What
can.
is he doing? Oh no, Anik. If he misses this one, he's gonna just have to like do it normally or something. Just turn around and land earlier. Just land earlier. There you go. Oh, you don't need to go that far.
Look at this camera angle, though. Like, what is that?
Oh, it doesn't matter. He made it through. He was slowly guided through with this dual commentary.
Yeah. So if anyone really wants to scum up the Dreamcast IL leaderboards, every time you hit a checkpoint, hit restart before you hit the checkpoint. You get a lower time.
That's hilarious that works, though.
It's so dumb.
Oh,
I think that was a bit too far direction.
He could have landed in the little bit of the area and just hit the trailer rings to get across, but pick up the life, yep.
Yeah. There's at least one life here. I think there might be two. And it should only need the one. And the normal way to do this, jump off the top, wait for 5 seconds to go by. I think there might be another strategy to do this, and then turn slightly to the right. And then that should get you pretty close.
Oh, no, that was epic. Too far. Damn.
I think there's another life somewhere near here, but we may see a Nick play the entirety of Final Egg. It would also suck to, like, die, though.
Oh, no. He's not YOLOing this, is he?
I think this might be a YOLO moment.
All or nothing,
1,
baby.
2,
Come on, Anik.
3, 4, 5. A little bit to the right. Might be too late on that.
That's it.
Oh, that's good enough.
Let's go.
Ooh, that was so close to death. You can kind of get pushed off a little bit.
Oh man.
And Nick is looking for a 1 hour 16, like such an insane PB.
Yeah, and it could
right
definitely
now.
be so much lower. Like, Anik just really unfortunate in some places in this run, but yeah, this is a massive PB. He's got to feel good about this one.
Insane, like, yeah, he remained like pretty competitive, and like I think his time's pretty competitive with some of the other runners in the tournament. This is insane, such a crazy PB. I remember, I wish I could like be in the times where I PB by like 10 minutes or 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, the glory days of speedrunning. We enter a new community and the boards aren't quite set up and all that good stuff.
Yep, you PB by 20 minutes. I've found instances where I think people might have had world record and didn't even know it.
Yeah, a lot of people would just sort of run for fun. And
that is a death.
Why did you go for that? Oh no!
Yeah, if you hit the boss really late, you just can't make it back.
You hate to see that, unfortunately. The thing is, I was told before coming on here that the woman attack strat there is actually like more risky than just doing the spin jump. I'm surprised he's even going for it like that.
Yeah, it is, because you do it later, I guess. Yeah, that's super risky.
Yeah, I would just do the spin jump because you can more easily make it back and you don't have to wait as long for the hitbox to be active.
Or you can do it similar to a casual runner. Like in the end, it'd still be like a 240 something.
Yeah, like you can wait for Egg Viper to fully extend and then go for a spin jump like that.
But we only have one more of those attacks, or one more of those hits coming up. So if Nick can get through that, then I think Nick is home free and can finish out the run with a massive, absolutely massive PB.
Yeah, this is definitely the worst part to do in the speedrun, I think, because the God, that's not it. No,
Yeah, the camera didn't
no,
switch.
no. He
I
quit
think
out.
Nick is quitting out, quitting the run,
Oh no.
and now we get the crunchy menu noise.
Damn, that should not have ended like that. It just went for the hardest possible strats. I can't believe it ended this way, but yeah. Either way, though, I think Anik must feel good because even though the run didn't end, could definitely PB. Just had it confirmed here live. So hopefully Anik keeps going with this category and gets a lower time than what he has now.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we're on the interview layout now. So we may get some people in here in a minute.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear the runners' thoughts. Looking at Vadim's splits there, just real quick, it looked like they were behind for start of the run.
Yeah, but that was PB for Vadim.
Yeah, an insane PB. I mean, it's going to be that way when you get first try capture. By the way, here's Anik. Anik, what happened?
Yo, what's up? Hello. So,
Oh,
yeah, I think what happened is I didn't really have much time for practice, and I think it shows. So yeah, I think a lot of these problems with just a bit more practice would have been avoided.
yeah, because you were actually on quite a competitive pace the whole run. Like you weren't that far behind, but then it sort of rolled out of control at some point.
Yeah, it completely derailed.
But yeah, that Egg Viper, I don't know if you know, but the spin jumps so much more consistent to hit Egg Viper at the end
Yeah.
there.
Well, I just decided to start doing this because, why not?
Yeah, I think it's definitely faster to do what you were doing, but as you can see, not worth going for.
Yeah, probably not. But
Yeah, I
it
don't
really
know if we
matters.
are getting I don't know if we're getting Vadim in this chat.
I'm not sure. I didn't see him join any
Oh,
voice
okay.
chat.
So it's just Anik. But yeah, the question that was asked earlier in one of the other interviews was, what are you hoping to get from Sonic Adventure CX, I guess, after this tournament? Like, do you have any goals in mind?
Right, so I prefer DX. I'm sorry, Wither and everyone. But yeah, I at least wanna try and get a semi-decent time at this category. So I don't think I'm gonna be stopping here. I think I'm gonna at least submit a semi-competitive time on the boards, hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I'm gonna go back to SACX.
That's understandable, and you could easily hit that time. You had it proven here. Just lost time to some really silly things, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's gonna take some work, but yeah.
All right.
I'm coping.
Well, I guess that ends it off for now. Any last words before the run ends off?
Yeah, I'll just like to thank my opponent and say GG's and congrats on the victory. And yeah, thanks for having me, I guess.
Yeah, it was
Sounds
a
good.
really entertaining run. All right, me
Yeah.
and Dre are going to be up next, commentating the race between Venom and Spacebar. So stay tuned for that.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
should be exciting. Hello, everybody. We are back once again. The same commentary lineup, the Carpnado Dre Minus lineup. We are commentating yet another race today. This one is between Space Bar SR and also known as simply Space, without the simply, just Space, and Venom HG, also known as Venom, with a X instead of an O. Back in the day, you would see that type of username with the XXX and underscores and the X's in different cases, and you'd say XX underscore Venom underscore XX, and I'm just gonna keep fucking talking. And then we
Yeah,
have,
that's right. The old Xbox gamer tags, yeah.
and so today we have Venom, who has a 40, and Spacebar, who I believe does not. I guess it appears that Spacebar has a 43.
Those
but
are just splits he was sent, I believe. Spacebar doesn't have a PB yet, to my knowledge. So this will be a very interesting match. Although I know that Spacebar's been smashing it in SADX, so it'll be interesting to see how the sort of times convert if they do.
Yeah, should be interesting to see. Spacebar is incredible at the DX version. One of the GOATs, if I may. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the first run goes.
Yeah, Spacebar, who was so much of a GOAT that he had a strat named after him, although we won't be seeing that in this tournament because we simply skip it, to be honest. But yeah, there's a skip you can do in the track section of Twinkle Park, and where you go through this wall, and people called it Space Launch, and yeah, it's named after the one and only.
Yeah, so as we get this race started, we will determine today whether Venom will provide his venomous bite to Spacebar and declare victory, or if Spacebar will create some space between himself and Venom and set the bar as a new PB, as well as winning the race. And yes, the race will begin soon.
Just amazing commentary already. Woo!
Let's go. Apparently Spacebar is using Tethys's splits. You could say that Tethys's splits have persevered over to Spacebar's run. So that's big. That's huge. It could mean the difference between winning and losing in this instance. We see. I'm just going to analyze. This is the first time we've had both people on face cam. I'm just going to analyze their rooms and their chairs. We see Spacebar is in the gaming chair. It might even be a DX Racer. The DX Racer is truly the chair that will make you game harder, better, faster, and stronger, just like the Daft Punk song, which Space may or may not be jamming out to right now. And then on the left side, we have Venom HG with the drum kit in the background. Perhaps the drums will make the drum skills will make Venom run the game faster. That is a pretty sick drum kit, though.
You say that about the gaming chairs, by the way, but as I've gotten older, I swear that the sort of normal office chairs are like just way more comfortable. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah.
The gaming chairs just get really uncomfortable now. I can't game like that. So, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm in my chair 8+ hours a day. The office chair is just better. But the gaming chairs, they're pretty comfy. If you're in there for like 1 or 2 hours a day, they're a good time. And you can get real reclined. You can get some like good cushions on some of them. But yeah, I'm using like the IKEA. Is it a Marcus? I don't know. It's like the $300 office chair that they have. But just repping my own, not sponsored content. We already went over our sponsorships in the previous
Yeah,
run,
we're
but I may
already
go over it
sponsored by
again.
Manscaped, so...
We're already sponsored by Manscaped and
By the way, here
G
comes
Fuel.
the countdown. They're just about to start. This will be interesting to see where they start going apart, or see if it's really similar. We don't know what to expect, seeing as Spacebar doesn't have a PB yet. And Venom's game is just going to start immediately because I think Venom might be the first runner to be running on the actual hardware.
Absolutely based move to own a Dreamcast in this day and age. Venom could probably, just by merely owning a Dreamcast, could probably get tons of Twitter clout by beginning an account to only post screenshots from Dreamcast games. Something is happening.
That's all right. But yeah, the only downside to the hardware, as we're going to notice, is that the load times are ridiculously slow when we're comparing against emulators. So yeah, you're going to see the discrepancy in the in-game time, which is luckily what we... Well, not in-game time, but the load list time, which is what we go by. And it looks like Venom's already taken a small lead here. And Space, unfortunately, not getting very lucky with that attack. Normally, you're supposed to land on him, and Chaos will rise instantly, but didn't work out for him.
Yeah. A Dreamcast-specific quirk with Chaos Zero. If you go into Boss Rush on the Japanese 1.0 version, the timer does not start until it starts as the same way as story mode would, which is pretty awesome because now we can achieve our dream of using the light speed attack and it being faster on Chaos Zero. If you remember, Carp, somebody had cheated a long time ago, just saying that they did precisely this, but turns out it's actually possible.
Yeah, we might owe that person an apology, although I do think they did cheat. So
I think they cheated. I don't think they had the Japanese 1.0 version. There have been people who have been called out as cheaters in the past who I do not believe to be people who have cheated, but I think that is one example where in our history where yes, I think that person did cheat.
right,
Shoutouts to the
see
moon
Space going
jumps.
for some really safe strats here for Emerald Coast.
Yeah, this may be Space's... I'm not sure if this is Space's first time playing or not. So Space may be getting used to the physics changes, the frame rate changes, everything here. I'm not sure if it's also Space's stream that's going funky or if it's the emulator itself. There seems to be some glitching, at least on our side.
That's the emulator, unfortunately, but it's the things you put up for it to sort of run properly. And there we go. Ending with about, I think it looks like a 15-second difference. Not sure. We'll see the pace update in a moment. But yeah, here we go. Spacebar on the way to the first boss. Sorry, the second boss, Egg Hornet. Not the worst boss in the world to do. You just sort of spam A, and as long as you're attacking him, he'll actually stay down indefinitely. But we only need him to stay down for 3 hits worth, so... But yeah, if you ever want to have fun, you can just keep mashing the A button.
Yep. And the boss will never end.
Right, here we go. Hopefully neither of them are going to take me up on that offer, but... Oh, that's some really nice movement from Venom, getting that, like, movement onto the train and then across. Oh no! Oh, what happened there, Spay? Oh no, didn't get the homing attacks. Just sort of spun into him.
Input eaten, maybe?
unfortunate.
Not sure.
Yeah, maybe just sort of lost the rhythm with the A press. You need to sort of be in a you don't like have to spam it or anything, but oh no!
Oh, this is the the face palm. That's a Twitch emote right there. That's
Not like this.
yeah, that's sad. That's unfortunate.
Venom showing
It
how it
can
should have
happen
gone.
though. It can happen. Back in the day, this used to be a giant reset point before people realized that taking away the voice files was better. And
Yeah,
I
a
bet that was
weird
actually
error.
why PC wasn't run for so long.
Yeah, it was a huge blockade. Like people genuinely didn't realize until we sort of ran the game on Japanese, but not problems you need to worry about in the official hardware, thankfully.
Yeah, it's basically yeah, it's dumb stuff with the PC version, but basically an ADX or it's not even ADX on PC. It's all WAV files that are really low quality, and yeah, it does the thing. I guess I don't know. I don't know.
That
I'm
was
just kind
very
of
nice key throw by Venom there.
yep.
Let's see if Spacebar gets it. Oh yeah, that looked really nice as well.
Yep, that was very good movement.
But a
Um,
minute apart though because of that death.
we're only 2 levels in here. Like space has not lost us yet. Space could definitely come back and like
Uh,
because this is a pretty brutal category.
Venom was trying to get this spin around that bumper there to save a little bit of time, but ran right into it. Personally, I think it's just worth sort of homing attacking. I mean, it's a little bit slower, but it's not that much slower, and you know, it's a tournament and all that good stuff. Oh, and you have to home and attack these springs, otherwise you get this really weird spring where it just launches you straight up. That's really
Yep.
annoying.
It sometimes happens on DX, but super rarely.
Yeah, yeah, more than likely to happen in this version. Thankfully, neither of them had that happen.
That's
And
good.
here we go, setting up for a gravity glitch, changing the physics so that Sonic will start falling at an angle. Oh, Venom doesn't get it. Oh, this will give Space some time to catch up. Oh, doesn't
Spacebar
keep gravity.
did not get that hypotenuse speed that's required. It's okay. They're both gonna try it again. It can happen.
Yeah,
This is something that can occur with this skip. It's harder than it looks on Dreamcast. Like DX, I feel like maybe it's just that I'm so used to it. I can get the control over Sonic and deal with it. And also there's physics differences. So
yeah.
like
And also, I think some of the Dreamcast runners have said that there's like either larger or different kill planes there or more, something like that. But it just all this adds up to making it a really different skip. Also, I'm not sure if Spacebar actually has the gravity. I couldn't quite see how he did. Yeah, it looked like he was just sort of falling there.
yeah, I believe he was falling downward. Um you can fall for a really long like there's it's so weird he probably hit the bottom floor of the stage. Like the complete bottom.
Yeah, the reason we're doing this is because missed it again. Yeah, so we're trying
Oh,
to
that's
fall like at an angle towards the end, so that Sonic's not just falling straight down because the end is actually really far away. But yeah,
yeah.
that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, that is super unfortunate.
And
Um
this doesn't help the fact that you really want to die so that you get the lives from the game over.
yeah, like it's it it is a harder skip on this version. And like you just because of the death planes, you don't die until you hit the very bottom. Um Oh, I have another glitch. If anyone ever wants to find a glitch for this, I'm all ears. There is a capsule below the start of Speed Highway, negative 17,000 units below the start, and if you can land on that capsule, um, that would be awesome.
I thought you were going to offer a bounty or something.
It sounds like a good bounty thing, but I already offered one bounty. Like I probably could make up so many. I don't have that kind of money. Um,
Yeah,
but that is certainly one.
$20.
That is certainly one. That's on both DX. Oh my God, Deladio! Ooh, ooh. We're getting
Ooh.
sadistic mystic over here. That's
Wow, is
that's
that just the
lore.
Dreamcast audio files?
No, it might be the burn disc. To be honest, that's so
Oh.
weird.
By the way, what happened there, in case you're wondering, Venom jumped over a giant push wall so that because the emerald's surrounded by a bunch of push walls that'll just sort of keep you away. But if you jump like behind where the emerald is, then you don't get hit by this push wall and you can just walk into the emerald. So did that very well. Made it look easy. Got a 15, which you love to see.
Oh, spacebar, spacebar. Oh, turn too late. I think hit the left kill plane. Basically, they kind of make like a upside down V, kind of like an arrowhead. There's
Hmm.
two kill planes you kind of got to weave through. That's why I hold down for a really long time to make sure I don't hit that. Spacebar actually found a really cool way to get the gravity there. If you just spin dash off the side in just the right way, you can get through the old Windy Valley.
Yeah, it's definitely a strange one on Dreamcast. I feel like it is a lot harder to do, but not that much harder. It is, in essence, the same skip, just getting really unlucky with the gravity, really losing it really early into the spin, which is unfortunate.
Badass Miner in the chat has come up with the reversed
Minus
bounty.
$10, yeah. I
Yeah,
like that one.
I agree. Perhaps I should see this as a money-making opportunity. You find the glitch and I gain the rights to it. The intellectual property and everything else, it's mine, and I can make a YouTube video about it and rake in the big bucks, and you also need to pay me. I could who was that? Tommy Tallarico. I could Tommy Tallarico the glitch. Um, Shoutouts to him. He worked on every game from Metroid Prime to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. He was one of the original crew. This is
Right,
so
here
much
we are with
fucking internet
Venom
shit.
going for Giga Chat clip. Get your Giga Chads in chat. There is a setup here that people do with the right ear of Sonic, although Venom's not going for it, just sort of YOLOing into the wall, which is fair enough, to be honest. We're speedrunning, we don't have patience for that. But might be worth it at this point. Not getting lucky with the clip out. And oh, there we go, finally got it. And yeah, unfortunately Spacebar's still messing up the Windy Valley. Might be worth just doing the stage normally at this point.
We'll see if Venom gets
Oh,
through.
gets the gravity. Oh, now he just has to get around the... Oh, no.
Hitting the top kill plane, I believe. Spacebar may do this in free cam on the DX version. I'm not sure. It is there are like so many variants because all like in the DX version with auto and free cam, so many variants because like you just got to get the gravity and then get out of the kill plane and kind of get the setup.
And there you can see Venom, what he did was basically fell around a massive kill plane. Like, you actually physically drop by like letting go of the forward on your analog stick, and you like fall past it, and it lets you do this massive skip. And even though you saw there it was almost 2 minutes, it's still way faster than taking the snowboard.
Yeah, it really is. Like even if you spend a little bit of time on the setup, like you can probably say like what how long does the snowboarding you probably still save like even if you take like 20 seconds at the like I'm trying to think like a minute 20 versus
Well, I think Tails does the stage in about 140, and that's with 2
yeah
clips. So
130 135 is like a if you get none of the ramps or whatever. um
Yeah, so I mean, it saves a lot of time and it also saves you
Yeah,
doing
I
a
guess
lot
you're
of
right.
movement tech.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you'd save like almost a minute from like just doing the ice cap clip, even though it is not as fun on Dreamcast. Like you kind of just go into one spot
Oh, Venom got the
as
arm flail attack. You don't see that
ooh,
attack one
Mr.
very often.
Fantastic, Stretch Armstrong, Elastic Girl, whatever you want to call it. Chaos can do it too. We got the good audio now from Venom. It makes me laugh really
Oh, got the
hard.
attack twice?
Oh
Is that
man,
intentional? I don't think that's faster, is it?
Master's getting blue balls, I guess, by like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd just risk not getting
Ooh,
the
my order
blue
got
balls.
delivered.
Let's go,
I have a
spacebar.
package.
Finally.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get a space. Space out of the Windy Valley.
Yeah. Now 10 minutes ahead. Well done, spacebar.
Venom with the insanely funny audio.
Yeah,
It is
we
like
got
triggering my
confirmation
funny
in
bone.
yeah, we got confirmation in chat that it's because of the way that the disc was burned. So that's quite funny.
Or no, he's on a real disc, but it's scratched.
Yeah, something like
Venom.
that. But wasn't it a burned disc? I don't know.
No, I got a message from Wither saying he's on a real disc, but it's scratched. And this is just triggering my funny bone. It's like one of those like deep fried memes. It's so good. Even Venom's jamming out. It's so funny to me. It's driving me bonkers. I even got a little Seth Rogen laugh going on there. Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. Like, how can he listen to like? It's just like his TV's like his CRT TV is just like melting. I enter Chaos 4 and it's a fire hazard.
Okay. Yeah. This. Oh. Whoa. What's happening with the screen? Okay.
Flashbangs.
Yeah. This is one of the benefits
Frag
of
out.
the actual hardware. During this cutscene, you can actually like restart the Dreamcast, and it will just be faster than watching that pre-rendered cutscene.
Spacebar fucks the button as well. Let's go.
Let's go. Absolute jammer.
Oh, this is gonna be nutty.
Whoa! Just barely landed on the wrong part of the floor.
There's just a tiny bit, or like I don't know if it's a tiny bit, but there is a section where like it isn't solid for some reason. I don't know why. Sonic is funny. Oh,
Damn.
yeah, the
Landed
JP
right into
version
that
is
push while we
so
spoke of.
inexpensive, and I would have bought the JP version for the tournament, but it would not be imported in here in time for like my first match. So yeah, you get to see 12 minutes of loads because I am playing on the slowest Dreamcast, a burn disc, and using a code breaker code to skip cutscenes. So yeah, super awesome. It also takes me like a half hour to get the game to even turn on. So catch that tomorrow. It'll be super fun. I'll be so glad to do it. Shout outs to
Dreamcast
Venom getting
runners are
the
just super dedicated, yeah.
yeah, I guess so. It's a pure concentrated form of autism that enters my veins and allows me to continue playing this game while I wait for it to load for 12 minutes. 12 minutes that could be spent doing different things, such as speedrunning a different game or speedrunning yet another game. These are the things I do in my day-to-day life.
Yeah, as we said earlier, this stage, the Sky Chase, you can just hold up, right? Well, you don't have to hold it. You can just push the character into the upright and you don't avoid all the planes, but you get hit by so few planes that like it's not gonna stop you from progressing, which is good.
We can confirm that Venom HG, the Venom has an X instead of an O. It paid $5 for their Japanese Dreamcast disc, and their stream is fading out. I think it's over now. I think the run has ended.
Well done, Venom.
The Venom has passed away. Everybody,
Good
go-
job.
he is
can
gone
still hear-
to live on a farm.
We can still hear him. He's still here in spirit.
Oh,
there
he's
he is.
beginning to fade back in. He has come back to life. He has come back from the farm. We still get to see Venom continue to play the video game.
Oh, thank God. I was getting worried. That episode of Dragon Ball Z was wild. All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
It was like I was watching Twin Peaks.
But here we go. We're going into Twinkle Park, but first we're going to be getting an upgrade, the Crystal Ring. It will save a little bit of time in some parts, which is good. There's some funny lore about Crystal Ring that I'm not going to get into, but if you ever get into this community, we'll gladly talk about it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, we'll gladly talk about the Crystal Ring. Jesse, we need to cook. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I gotta make a Breaking Bad reference somewheres. Jesse, we need to make creme de menthe.
All right. So here, this is the original skip for this. If Venom goes for it, called TPSS, Twinkle Park Skip. Because the first skip was this little track skip you could do that saved like 6 seconds, and then there's this big track skip that you can do that saves quite a bit more. And it's quite easy to hit on this version of the game just because you can hit it with not many rings, although Venom's going for it with a lot of rings. I don't like this.
I think it's too
don't
much.
like this.
Oh, the turn at the end. That was clutch as hell. Venom gets it. Venom is not saying, change the world, my final message, goodbye. He is not saying that today like he did during Sky Chase, which was played incredibly optimally, as in the fade out and the fade back in. Similar to Helter Skelter by the Beatles, if you've ever listened to that. It's a banger track. John Lennon plays the bass really well on it. We're going through Twinkle Park. I'm just gonna keep fucking talking. We're going through
There's roller coaster skip.
The roller coaster
no!
skip. Oh, the roll off the edge. It can happen. It has happened before, and it will happen again. It sucks on this version. It just feels different. It hit different. It feel different. Maybe it's the light. Maybe it's the seductive lighting that Twinkle Park has in the second act.
I think what the difference is when you fail it on this game. You know, you've already saved so much time from TPSS. It feels so sad to miss out on that time save.
Oh yeah, it really does.
It's not like DX where the most you save is like 10 seconds or something on the track. Well, unless you're crazy.
Yeah, because you get the lag out from the death.
Oh, not quite getting this jump. Oh, opting to do maybe a jump from this red roof. This will be interesting. Oh, don't want to hit that wall there. It pushes you in a really awkward way. Oh, there we go. Very nice.
Venom HG's music has begun to skip, similar to the Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys mixtape that I had back in 2008 that I made using MP3 Rocket and iTunes together.
I really like your new name for the stream. It suits you a lot.
Yeah, it definitely suits me. I don't know. It's the Canada Dry ginger ale coursing through my veins in this moment, or maybe it's the energy that I gained from eating a pizza that was lovingly given to me by my fiance. I don't know. Who knows?
All right, there's Venom yeeting the key away. Well, it didn't get very far, but still, the thought was there.
And enter the FBI. You say, I throw the key, I get in. That's how it works, and that's how Sonic gains access. Now we're gonna see some speed highway action on top and jumping over a bunch of stuff. You know, same old fare. That
Oh, just barely. But that's good enough. That's all you need. You just need to get over that little fence. In Dreamcast, it feels way more punishing to land on the other side of that fence because it doesn't seem like you can land there. Or if you can, it's just a lot harder, it feels like.
yeah. It's I don't know what it. Yeah, I'm guessing it's like down to physics differences again or something like that. It feels different for sure. Getting the speed shoes, Venom will now go faster down the building, slightly faster. Going for the IL strat. This is not trivial to do towards the end. But
Oh, I'll need to clip back in. Yeah, I think it can kind of end your run there if you stay there. That's what I was told anyway.
yeah,
So
I think Wither may have mentioned to me that it was like frame tight or frame perfect. I'm not sure. The geometry here is different at the end, so it does different things can happen.
yeah, very solid time. And yeah, now we're going to go into the movement into Red Mountain, which really is just avoiding a lot of cars, which are really weirdly placed. They're always like exactly where you want to be every single time. It's just pain. Oh, unless you're Venom, holy, that was insane. Oh, someone needs to teach me this. Oh, and going for this clip, trying to
Oh,
get
let's
into the
go.
station square to skip a cutscene and gets it first try. Easy.
Nice. That saves a little bit of time, but for the swag, it is worth it.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than what you have to do in SACX, which is this weird station clip. So it's nice to see a nice clip like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, somebody has actually figured out the timing for Space's run, and we actually have a pace update now. Thank you to whoever did that, because I couldn't figure it out. But yeah,
Yeah, that's really decent. Yeah, I guess the timer sort of played up, so we had to improvise. But it's good that it's good that it caught up.
yeah. Adventure and Adventure DX, they're both very, very fun games. For DX, for DX, it can run on any potato ever.
Hmm.
For the Dreamcast version, emulators allowed. It's a little bit more, like I guess, resource intensive on your computer than DX, but if you prefer the Dreamcast version, emulator is allowed on the boards. And yeah, no, definitely join up and play around with it. This game, even if you don't learn the speed run, it's just fun to play around with and try to figure out just like what random stuff you can do. The stages are almost like an like every single space in the game is like an open playground that you can use to like just do insane stuff in. Especially with Sonic because of the sheer broken speed that Sonic has. Oh my goodness, that was very scary on Venom's part. So clutch.
Yeah, unfortunately, didn't go over that little bridge there, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see this jump done. Get putting up with the weird camera. You get no, he's fell.
This is some very bad camera.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, that is.
That's not the bad camera I was talking about there, but it also do that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Attempt number 2. And I assume if Venom doesn't get it, he's just going to go for the safe strat after this. Here we go. Try and get a big space spin
That's good
jump there.
enough.
Yeah, you want to get enough height there so that the camera change doesn't mess you up and you can do what's called a homing attack cancel, which is where you do this homing attack and
Whisper.
press the spin button like a frame after and you get a much larger homing attack. Oh, and this
Spacebar
end for
didn't-
Venom looks nice.
Not get the skip, unfortunately, but
Oh, going back in.
going back in for I'm assuming for the random box.
I'm surprised with that because this skip is easier with less rings, so you'd think it would just be a restart.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how like the speed on the edges. Oh, space! What is happening? Oh, that was
Oh, does he have
scary.
enough rings?
With that bump, absolutely. Oh,
No.
maybe not. I lied. That's unfortunate. That was
Yeah.
yeah. There's
People were
some pretty
telling
good
me
clips.
between 10 and 20 rings, I think. So that one looked really dodgy. Well done to Venom, by the way, remembering to hit that checkpoint because this version of CX makes you replay the last checkpoint.
Yep. I think Spacebar is about to get the skip. I think
Yeah,
it's.
this.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh, that was it too. I will say, this skip feels a lot better in this version of the game. Like
oh
that
yeah.
little ledge that you need to land on just feels a lot easier to land on in general. I could be wrong, but it just feels that way, at least to me.
The carts are like not. Oh my, and 40 rings too. This is. The carts are just so mean.
Could still take, yeah, just do
Yeah.
normal track skip, TPS, I suppose. Is space bar going to go for space launch? We went
Is it
for it but
possible?
didn't get it. I
I
think
assume it
it is
must be.
possible. I don't know if it's I don't know how much harder it is though.
That seems. I haven't done space launch in such a long time, but that did seem like a pretty good setup.
I've not
I
seen
just.
anyone get it in Dreamcast yet, so I'm not sure at its viability, although everyone just sort of drives off the edge of the stage, so
Yeah.
pretty hard to see it.
Slightly different spot. Yeah.
Right.
Vertices and all that.
Speaking of luck, there was a really funny like back when the community was young, the ice cap clip out. We were so like newbie back then. We actually thought that the collision there was like some sort of RNG. Like I remember people just randomly spinning into the wall and like hoping the RNG went well. And God, I wonder if that's how some people feel about some of these skips that they're seeing on screen. But no, everything is consistent in its own way.
Yeah, there's such a small amount of RNG in the Sonic Story speedrun, whether it's on Dreamcast or every other really DX release. It's like it's so execution heavy, even here. The other stories I can't say the same for. However, maybe Tails is still execution heavy. As you can see, Venom is fading out once again.
Yeah.
Too bad
Adios.
too bad if he got a PB. We're gonna.
Yeah, this would be the most atrocious PB of all time. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna put this on the boards. It's like, yeah, your run's not there.
Yeah, it has disappeared.
Goodbye, world.
And now it's fading back in just in time.
Oh, there we go. Spacebar throwing that key card into the ocean along with all of our batteries. Good man. And here we go. Going for Speed Highway clip. Fell quite far down that hill. Oh, tried to go for that really
That is
interesting
possible
strat.
on this version.
Yeah, it requires a pause buffer input though, and I think it's a lot harder on Dreamcast.
Yeah, because you can't press A out of the paw, like or something like that. I forget how it works. It's oh my goodness, that could have gotten it. It pause buffering in this version is very weird because I think it just worked. It feels different. You'd have to try for yourself. I just don't remember precisely how. Like it's different.
Yeah, because in SACX you can unpause the menus by holding A, and
Yep.
that gives you like a spin hover in the air or something like that. That's how the skip works. But in
It,
Dreamcast, you unpause by the start button. It's not quite the same.
yeah, I try to avoid the any like pause tricks in the Dreamcast version for sure.
Yeah, especially since a lot of the pauses are a bit slower as well. Well, the restarts are at least, but... Alright, so here Venom's going to be going into a cutscene, but not skipping it, which, you know... I know it goes a little bit against what we're doing here, but it's actually faster. Because that movement you just saw him do up to that point, you would have had to redo, and it's a little bit slower to do that.
Space Force would get a pretty good time in Speed Highway for the Dreamcast version.
Yeah, 108, very solid.
Sub 110 is a pretty good time.
It would have been nice if he didn't go for those ridiculous IL strats, but yeah, that was a solid time.
Yeah, it is cool to see someone kind of test
Venom.
the waters to see where within the realm of possibility are the harder strats. You know, I think like maybe Axel Thunder's ILs have a good amount of like the EX IL strats in there. But I don't know if like every single runner has taken on too many of the IL strats yet in this. I know I haven't, at least. Because
Yeah,
it's hard.
yeah. The only real IL strats you'll see is like final egg capsule,
Yep.
which is fair enough, honestly, because that saves so much time.
The
You won't see me doing
version
it.
without the version without using the light speed attack is so hard. Luckily for an IL, you only have to get it once, but still, you have to get like the perfect amount of like jump height, like hover frames, all those. Like, there's so much that goes into that version of it, but I don't think we're gonna see that in the tournament because like it only saves like 4 or 5 seconds. So what's the point of losing a try when you could just do the thing more consistently or considerably more consistently?
Yeah, the run's definitely not at that place yet, so we don't need to be going for such crazy strats.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before anyone needs that 5 seconds. Category's got to get pushed a lot farther. Which it is pretty cool that the Sonic story category has been pushed as far as it has with the Dreamcast version. Because, you know,
Oh,
when
Venom got the nice quote-unquote task strat. You can carry your spin jump into the third act. And
which is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, we've been talking about that for ages, and someone finally did it, so well done.
It is much easier on Dreamcast than DX.
Yeah, because in DX you've got like 1 frame or something to do it, but Dreamcast just sort of carries all your momentum over, which is nice.
Yeah.
And here's Spacebar going for this jump. Is he gonna get it first try? Let's give him a nice GL in chat. Oh no! Oh, that jump is brutal. I hate the camera change.
Yeah, I can never quite time it. I think I'm definitely, if I can get, probably not tonight, but later on, I think I'm definitely going to figure out how to do like the safer strat for this because like I just want to get it, you know?
Yeah, you've seen
Oh,
a
no,
lot
he's
of
got
people
it.
so
He's
far
got it.
doing the rocket, but yeah, there you go. It's so nice. It saves a lot of time,
Yeah.
and it looks really cool. So
Yeah, it's great to get that height. I can't. Could you imagine like if back in the day somebody did this stage in like AutoCam and got that? Like, oh man, like back in like 2005, someone's grabbing that with the AutoCam. Oh, crazy.
the community would have never adopted it. We were too firmly in the free cam everything sort of movement. So
And I feel like it's heading back there again too. Like I think Amy and Knuckles are like everyone's like do it all in free. Same with Tails. I think a lot of the like AutoCam. Venom might not get up here.
yeah, that's gonna. Oh, that
Ooh.
was quite lucky. Yeah, usually it sort of stops you just barely. But speaking of free and autocam, you know, Dreamcast doesn't have that dilemma because, you know, it only has the 1 camera, which is like a sort of modified version of what we would call auto camera these days. And just pick up a ring. Just pick up a ring.
Nope. Space is okay. It's fine.
Really wanted to show us different. Oh,
That is okay. Space is getting through it though. That's awesome to see. No, we are happy to have both the runners running today.
yeah, definitely. And you know, considering that Spacebar doesn't actually have a PB in this game, this is a pretty good start.
Yeah, I'd say space is doing quite well. The if you really put it into perspective, like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, there might have been like one or two people who played Dreamcast and they were like, it's a joke. And now this game has evolved and this like CX category, like CX Sonic Story category is pretty competitive. And like honestly, I think part of it is due to, the encouragement from those in the community to like, help develop the game, help, make these people a part of the history. It's been very welcoming to jump over to the Dreamcast side of things. Um,
Yeah, I
so
mean, this community just really wants to see new people. You know, it's not one of those communities that's like secretly strat hiding or anything like that. It wants to share everything we know about the game to get people in. So honestly, if you're thinking like, oh, this looks cool, join the Discord. There's going to be people who will definitely help you. In fact, we've had quite a few new people joining, getting really sick times recently in both of the games, both SA1 and the Port DX. Here we go. Venom's getting absolutely rolled by the fire there. Unfortunately, didn't get the RNG from the last run. Oh my god, where there was no fire. It's nice to see that it wasn't just like a one-off. Oh, Venom could have went for a spin hover there to land on the snake, but really just opted not to for safety. Okay, here we go. Venom going for the spin jump into the corner. And gets the first try. Nice. Yeah, I think that strat is so much easier to do than the pause hover you saw in the last attempt, by the way, because that pause hover just feels so inconsistent. It's really a PC strat, to be honest. I don't think it really works the same in Dreamcast. That jump into the corner just works, so why not go for it? And oh, big jump over there. And here we go. There is a skip you can do for this tunnel, but honestly, at this point in the run, you just kind of want to finish, especially, I don't know what Venom splits are right now, but I imagine if you're ahead, you want to just sort of finish the run and worry about that when you need to do it. There's also another skip for the waterfall, which is even faster, called Banana Skip or Banana Route, one of the two. And that was named after the one and only speedrunner Nixer because of his banana icon. Yeah, that's quite an interesting one to see if anyone ever does it. And here we go, going for this strat. Love to see it. And yeah, just ending Lost World. We'll have to redo this section because of the cutscene being inside of the level, but that was a really nice Lost World. Really no issues there whatsoever. And I'm a little delayed on my side, but I'm sure it'll come back. For a moment, that cutscene that Spacebar's in, by the way, you might be wondering why is he not skipping that? Unfortunately, those kind of cutscenes we can't actually skip. And there's Venom's image come back now. We're in the Tikal past scene, and we're just going to skip this and go straight into Final Egg. Now, I'm not sure if Venom goes for the capsule jump, but if he did, then this could be an insane pace. We will see. Just need to worry about these buttons. They seem to have a little bit extra collision in this version. Like sometimes you sort of double hit them. Like that, yeah. Yeah, so opting to jump into them. And here we go. Let's see what happens. It's a bit of a longer load, of course, because of the hardware. And it's looking like he's going to go for the jump. Oh my god, this is crazy. This would be an insane pace if he gets this. come on. Oh, I feel so bad for anyone who misses that. I feel like it should just happen, but it's actually super precise. It's ridiculous.
Just realized I've been talking for a minute and I was on mute. So yeah, a little bit. This is such a dumb jump. Like, it's so hard to figure out where you're going. Like, depth perception wise.
Oh, just going for the normal stage now. But
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah, there's a sort of setup where you hold like straight up and straight left, but this is a 3D game. Like any small variant to that is like ridiculously hard to adjust for.
Yeah,
Unless
you
you
have
sort
to
of
consider the z-axis.
unless you really know where it is, like mentally, then yeah.
Yeah,
Not
it's
many
so
runners like
difficult.
that though, eh, Wiver?
You gotta think about it. You gotta know. It's just intuitive. It's in my bones. I could feel the capsule.
It's like Heisenberg and Jesse had to cook, and Wiver had to learn Final Egg capsule location.
Yeah,
There we go. There's our Breaking Bad joke. It's better than the one earlier.
it's true.
Oh, and I thought he got washing machined, but it all worked out. Washing machine's the sort of joke reference where that little barrel would clip you out of bounds, but it didn't happen, thank God.
Yeah.
And you want to like walk here so that like the white stripe on Sonic's shoes just disappear into that little bit of like wall on the floor, and yeah, then you can hold forward and clip there. It's pretty nice.
Witherman, truly the Heisenberg of the Sonic Adventure Dreamcast community.
Yeah, I mean, you said we would be making our Breaking Bad jokes. I'm glad it was there. Oh, that jump didn't look like it had a lot of distance to it, so I'm wondering if this will make it from Venom. Oh,
Space
yeah.
was so close.
Oh,
What is happening
hello?
to Venom? Venom on the
Can
on the
Venom
wall.
make this? No.
No.
Oh.
Oh. I don't even know where Venom really was.
I think he was just by the trail of rings that led to the platform, but I'm not entirely sure of that.
Gotta get that life. Need a couple more tries on this. No one wants to play the entirety of Final Age. It's like 3 minutes.
Yeah, this
A little
stage
bit
is
to the right.
ridiculously long. If you ever play this game casually, you'll be like, whoa, when is this level ending? It just goes on.
Yeah, it just keeps going. And we see Venom entering the Egg Viper.
Honestly, massive like kudos to Venom for even going for the early capsule, but you saw there it's super ridiculously hard to hit, so best to just sort of opt to what you know, I suppose, especially for tournaments. Although it would be
Yeah.
swag to hit something you've never hit before in that tournament setting.
I think Venom gives it a couple tries, then stops. But yeah, just chill.
It's a very nice start.
Yep.
I feel like this hitbox is a lot harder to hit in Dreamcast. It just feels a bit more. I don't know if it feels like you hit it at a bit weirder geometry sometimes.
Yeah.
The safe strat to do is to sort of wait for Eggman to appear. You saw that Venom actually didn't wait for that. Just sort of went for, like, tried to go for the earliest hit that you can get. The earliest hit you can get, the camera won't spin around there, but it's probably not worth going for that. It doesn't save that much time. And you're more likely to just end the run doing that as well, because Sonic will just sort of fall. Well, I mean, he'll fall if you jump in, there's no hitbox there. once these attacks are over, which I think is now, right? Or is there one more?
Maybe.
Once those
I can't
attacks are
tell.
over on this boss is essentially over. Yeah, no, I think that's it
Yeah,
now.
that's
These
it. Yeah.
Beyblade attacks you can play really safe by just jumping and it will sort of land under you.
Yep.
And
The
the
last
last one,
one. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say the very last one, you'll see runners always wait because when you jump and attack him, your position is locked. And yeah, you don't want to be locked over that death pit when you attack him.
Yep. The in an IL, you will not wait, but this is it's at the end of a run. Just
By the
say,
way, is this a PB for Venom? I feel like
I
because
don't know.
on the sheet it says Venom's PB is a 43. This would be a huge PB. Holy. Let's go. GG Venom. 4117. Love to see it.
People are coming up on my PB. My PB's not is like got a lot of death, but like I don't think I can do much better.
Damn, just the most casual, almost 40-minute run of the tour.
Yeah, it's crazy the times that some of these people can come up with.
Yeah, that was insane. Are we getting confirmation anywhere if that was a PB? I'm not sure because these runners have been just PBing like crazy. Like we did the seeding like 2-3 days ago and the
Yeah,
amount
people
of
just keep
changes in
going.
PBs. Yeah. Not a
Hopefully
PB.
through.
Damn. Unfortunate. Well, that means he must have just got a PB today, which is, or not today, but before the tournament, which is crazy. These runners are just insane.
Agreed.
I believe Spacebar's timer was fixed, but Spacebar was saying he wanted to end after Venom finished. I think that's what was discussed.
Venom was 49 seconds off the PB.
Ooh, damn. That's so close to a PB though in a tournament like this. Damn. Really good going though. It was a sick run to watch. Just a few mistakes, unfortunately.
Who does Venom play next? Vadim. Let's
Oh, that's
go.
going to be a crazy race.
That's going to be a good race. I'm playing Tethys tomorrow. Well, I want to. I'm trying to plan the match around. I'm going to see the Barbie movie. I'm going to be honest, so I might not play tomorrow, but I might just pre-record it or something. I don't know.
That's honestly based. I mean, you're literally Ryan Gosling, so
Yeah, it's true.
it'd be like that.
I'm the Sonic Adventure Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that we did the seeding and then like everyone just popped off with all these PBs because like you can you couldn't have asked for such a massive shakeup so soon to a tournament. I don't think that's ever happened.
I don't think Space Bear's audio is split. We're gonna hear the microphone. Hi,
Can I have movie
Space.
tickets? Huh?
Yep, that
Uh-oh.
sounds like the audio has not split.
Hi, Space. Are you going to see the Barbie movie too?
Yeah, it looks like I mean, you know, Venom getting so close to a PB and then seeing Vadim who got like an insane PB with that 38, like that's gonna just be like, I don't know, that's gonna be such a stressful match to play, right?
Yeah, no kidding. The shoutouts to Big the Cat, by the way. We need a big story tournament. When's the big story tournament happening? Honestly, it's been long overdue. We just want to watch that big purple cat jump around over and over again.
I just love the fact that like Big actually fights Chaos 6. It's kind of funny to me.
Yeah, he really do be fighting.
And I think Spacebar, yeah, going for this. I didn't know if
So
Spacebar's
close.
actually had this before.
This is not easy.
No. Okay, I think someone in chat, by the way, said that the timer wasn't like fixed, but the update was fixed. So
Oh
we have a
god,
rough
okay.
estimate about where Spacebar is. 14 sort of minutes behind from Lost World. Makes sense. I mean, there was a bunch of issues early on with Windy Valley, unfortunately. It's an annoying skip to get because everything has to go right. It's one of those.
It's just like there's so much that goes into it. It's no fun.
Yeah, I don't think there's many. I'm trying to think. Because you're skipping an entire act. So yeah, there's not really many other places like that in the run except for Final Egg Act 3, right?
Yeah.
And even then, like, you could argue that that's not even necessary if you get this, like, first or second try. Oh, gets it. Oh, no!
What?
Oh, that looks like it.
That was so close. Like knowing like where Sonic can land, that was so incredibly close. I don't know what happened. Like
Oh,
this it's
no.
such a weird like it's not if it was a capsule that Sonic could land on normally, none of this would be an issue. But this is a special capsule that does not do that. It doesn't work like that, and yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there is
It's
a part you can land in the bottom left corner where it'll just sort of end the stage. But yeah, apart from that, Sonic sort of does this like jitter and it's yeah, you have to make it through all those jitters before Sonic will eventually, you know, end the stage because as we said before, Sonic won't end a stage if he's in the air, and I guess it considers him in the air in that moment. Oh, oh, that looked so good. He just had to jump. No.
sometimes if you get like you can be a victim of inertia though. Like if you have to play like pretty.
Oh no, again.
Yeah, it's the inertia. It's hard. Um, like Sonic really can just I don't know be uncooperative, and he can continue running even if it looks like you've stopped. Like it's if you end up in that state where you're moving but you have landed on the capsule, you have to uh you have to react so fast and I don't know if I've
Yeah.
ever like hit it like with having a ton of speed going into it. This is such a hard trick.
Yeah, I
And
think
kudos to
this is
Space for
like
going for it.
I think this is definitely like the end game of this category, you know, trying to practice the skip to hit it every time because yeah, it's well, you can see it's pretty tricky.
Yeah, I'm assuming this has become like learning time, which is fine. It is the last race of the day. We're not really waiting for anybody. Um,
Yeah, I'm assuming after the runners have done once they've decided what they're doing, we'll be here for interviews. It would be nice to see Spacebar finish a run though.
Final egg times 100. The world record would definitely just do it normally 100 times. You'd have to like specify in the rules to like.
Thing is, I think it would be one of the shortest X100s in the Dreamcast run
It's true.
by just doing this strat. But it would be exclusively locked to just the current first and second place, I believe, since they're that consistent at it. Oh, there
Let's
you
go.
go.
Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. Spacebar just has Egg Viper to go, and I believe this will be Spacebar's first time. Um,
We're all here for it.
yeah, we're all here watching it.
And that's right. You know, there was a gentleman's agreement Not really. That the first person to get that in the run would be the winner. So well done, Spacebar.
Yeah.
I will say that my opponent for the next round had a gentleman's agreement with me not to go for it. So that'll be interesting to see if it's upheld. And Spacebar gets the emulator lagging,
Oh, the hard
glitching out.
lock.
That is emulator exclusive nonsense right there.
Yeah. You can reset here, but I don't know. It's chill. It's chill with me.
It gets no breaks. Absolutely, yeah. This is not great to see.
Yeah. This is I'm guessing it's like the voice file being loaded. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a GDI image.
It did
Let's see if we
happen
can get
to
some runners in
Victory,
here. For
but I
interviews.
think Victory game stopped glitching out.
Oh wait, what happened to spaces? What?
Oh, did it unfreeze?
I guess. What?
Yeah, I
So
thought that
if
would
you just wait,
be
it
like that
unfreezes?
forever.
That's weird. It's
See,
very.
we're
funny.
actually just running this tournament as like a big sort of demo tech thing.
Yeah. Space, did your game unfreeze?
Yes.
That's cool. So you just gotta wait.
Yeah, you just wait long enough, the game unfreezes.
That's crazy. Was that your first run through?
Yes. Yes, it was actually. That was my first time ever running through it. Let's go with that.
What have you practiced like stuff like capsule at all? Like the final egg capsule?
Yeah. I practiced
Oh, okay,
that.
got it. Yeah. Well,
God, imagine
good job
hitting
on
that
the
without
first run.
practice.
Yeah.
No, that was sick. I mean, obviously, Windy Valley, I think, don't need to talk about that, obviously, but yeah, it was so you did pretty well in a lot of the stages. It was good to see.
Oh, that was like, the run was going very well at first. I mean, I've never not really died in Emerald Coast. It was like it was definitely my best Emerald Coast by far. And
Yeah.
then, I don't know, I ignored it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
ignored it.
Yeah, I think you like hit it twice and then fell off or something. That was, yeah, unfortunate. But
I've done Windy Valley skip on this version like 100 times, and I've never had an issue with it.
Yeah. If you ever feel attacked by SACX, I feel like the Dreamcast version just like has that so much more, like that like feeling of being attacked by the game.
I wasn't paying attention.
It's brutal. Yeah. So no, it was a great showing by both of you. I'm trying to think if there's anything in Venom's run that was particularly
well, look
nutty.
at Venom's splits right here. Like Venom,
Crazy.
you know, you were on fire. I mean, apart from obviously the early time loss, but look at all those golds. That's insane. And then Lost World.
What's your sum of best?
My sum of best here. Let me clear this. It's 3719.
Wow.
Damn.
That's without early capsule. I haven't hit early capsule in final egg yet, aside from practice. But
Yeah, it is a hard trick.
yeah, I don't know. I just can't get consistent with it.
Yeah, it was worth going for the first, I think, 2 attempts you did, and then playing it normally. But yeah, that sum of best is going to look insane once you hit that in a run.
Yeah. After seeing the Windy Valley space had, I debated on just going for final egg capsule just to like make it more even because I knew I was never going
More
to hit
even?
it. But
Bruh. That was like 11 minutes you had to waste.
hey, it probably would have happened if I kept going for final egg capsule.
Final like learning stream at that point.
Yeah, literally.
I also took 3 minutes to do it though, so that didn't help.
Yeah, but I mean, unlike Venom though, you hit it.
Yeah, exactly. The true winner.
That's right. I mean, there was a gentleman's agreement in the chat, obviously as a joke, but yeah, God, well done with your victory there, Venom. You know, I mean, what was your thoughts on the run, you know, in general? Like, anything you think went super drastically awful, or?
I mean, Windy Valley, I knew as soon as I got off the slope that I was failing that Act 3. But, trying to remember everything. I think everything else was, like, pretty decent all around. Like, I didn't have any huge mistakes besides, like, Red Mountain was a bit of a mistake. Lost, like,
Yeah.
12 seconds there, but... No, I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Yeah,
besides
I
the two
definitely
stage.
agree, and I think your splits definitely agreed with you as well. And Spacebar, I mean, you know, well done with the, you know, coming to this tournament without a run recorded. I think if you had finished, you know, like didn't go for a lot of the strats you did, you know, you would have definitely got
I
an
I have
insanely
a
fast time.
problem with that though. I can't not do the things. I don't know why. Well, like you guys are. There's probably people in the chat like, "Oh my god, just do it normally. This is so stupid." But I just can't. Like in my mind, it's like not even a consideration. Like I'm gonna do it.
Same.
I'm going to do
Mhm.
it, even if I sit here and fail the whole time. That's just how stubborn I
Yep.
am.
We got that
Yeah.
same
Fair
enough.
mindset.
That did happen in our last race actually with Anik, just kept going for the same strats like determined. So yeah, others definitely share that sentiment.
I probably wouldn't do that next race. I just knew I was coming into this like taking an L probably, and then obviously after Windy Valley, I was just like, "There's no point in not just going for everything now."
Yeah. So if we check out the bracket, Spacebar, you will be playing a Nick next. Are you excited?
Definitely sounds like a more winnable match. Maybe. Who knows? If I could finish the run, we'll see.
We will see what happens.
I don't know. Anik's been, you know, strapping up his big boy boots in the last race, so that might be a tough one.
Yeah, I believe in the both of you. I think it'll be very fun to
It'll be
watch.
fun if I could get Windy Valley.
Yeah.
Also,
and
the
then,
Central Park is very funny.
oh yeah, that was so weird. Like the off the like right side or whatever. It was so
Yeah.
funny. This game can be very funny sometimes, especially with the cart controls. There's some very good clips of Wither like just getting absolutely destroyed by the game. Mind blown stuff. I feel like today, like even today, just watching these runs, like I've seen so many like funny things happen like that. Venom, you're playing Vadim next. Are you excited?
Oh god. I mean, it's gonna be a good matchup for sure, but Vadim is just crazy good.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be both matches are going to be very exciting. Both these second round matches. I guess
You got any
guess I'll-
fighting words for your opponent to let them,
Yeah.
you know, fear you going into this game?
Twitter.com callouts.
Don't go for early capsule, please.
You heard it here first. But yeah, that run from Vadim was insane. So I understand you're feeling like that definitely. But that will be a really interesting race.
Absolutely.
Well, I believe we can end it there for the day. There will be more matches tomorrow. I don't think the schedule is really there yet, but that's because I think a lot of we're really determining this in real time. But yeah, I assume there will be matches tomorrow. So check, keep an eye, and yeah, we will see you all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's raid Deku. Since
Deku.
Tempest is asking for a raid target.
We got a raid message.
Oh shit, that's all you guys. I don't got one.
Let's get down.
Yeah, let's get down. Let's go with that one.
Let's get down.
All right. Thank you very much for letting us commentate this match, and we'll see Deku after this.